The Coinsaurus channel is pleased to have you back. Dear everyone, some encouraging XRP news came my way today, although I doubt the average person will grasp the reasoning behind it. Everybody knows that Bitcoin has been tinkering and has just exploded beyond $50. It was a bullish day for Bitcoin generally, but the market went under again. The price of Bitcoin rose by 3.7%. Just under 50 grand was the amount at the time of recording. The amount of Ethereum is quite high. 5.6% off. Alana posts a 7.5% increase. Take a look, XRP is seeing a 1.3% gain. We can check for significant occurrences as we descend. Polygon is up 4.4% while Avalanche is up 5.5%. My friend's optimism, though, is missing. Presenting well, up 6.4% from the previous day. The Bitcoin market is clearly booming nowadays. This very second. Is it official that the Hooks PRs are open? So there you have it, everyone. It seems like they're going to try this again. Let me tell you something, in my opinion, Hooks is not the answer. Personally, I don't think many people on Earth can code with this. Conversely, we are in favor of smart contracts that are both efficient and run on the blockchain without impeding its speed. It is my opinion that this does not lead to upbuilding. Though I will share this with you, development superstars include Richard, the other people participating, PL Labs, and a plethora of others who are on board with this. We should really think about this, in my opinion. Plus, I brought it up at that time, because Ripple refused to review it and prevented it from being voted on. I didn't think they showed the correct level of respect for the engineers who were working so hard to make this happen. From where I sit, that is the crux of the matter. That Ripple is working with outside developers to investigate their solution thoroughly. Beyond that, they are among the field's most perceptive specialists. Furthermore, Hooks could be the ideal solution. The future will tell if it really does lead to substantial advancements. However, I believe that the independent developers who are dedicating a great deal of time and energy to this network should make Ripple really consider this. Not to mention that memes exist. It would be really groundbreaking if we could have programmability on that first layer on the live XRP ledger, maybe using Hooks. No matter how you look at it, the vast majority of applications are probably housed in an Ethereum virtual machine environment. Nevertheless, this requires a comprehensive investigation. It is at the very least a matter of respect. And we will watch how this turns out. Always keep in mind that Richard is the one who came up with the idea, created the Post wallet first, and has been working on the XRP ledger for a long time. His work will decide the verdict. They will pay close attention to this once again. Hopefully, it finds its target and alters the trajectory of events in our favor. The plot won't pick up steam until late April, once Nance has set the stage. Also, I'll admit that I went after CZ fairly hard. He clearly did some dubious things, and was involved in a lot of nonsense. I was hoping that Nance would blow up and bring us all tumbling down, but that didn't happen. Since he was able to arrange a peaceful departure while Binance was still intact, no losses were sustained by investors. Additionally, I sincerely hope he is not incarcerated. Here he would probably get a sentence, like living in a nice apartment under house arrest or something like. For the most part, I still think he performed adequately. Knowing that this will be settled eventually, I was relieved to see that they had concluded the case. They had avoided bloodshed or achieved a peaceful resolution. Now the only question was which one would they select. He was quite careful with the Bitcoin when he brought it home. He did an excellent job, in my view. Additionally, I really hope that if he is truly in prison, his sentence is not too harsh. After only a few days of house arrest, he could be released. He could do amazing things down the road if given the chance. The absence of commercial breaks during the Super Bowl didn't stop Jack Dorsey from attending the game in his Satoshi costume, proving that cryptocurrency was still a hot topic. Half of the $200 million that Peter Thiel invested in cryptocurrencies last summer went into Bitcoin, but the other half went into an idea. He was one of the first to participate in the highly publicized launch of the Bitcoin ETF. No one can say for sure when this space will take off. However, substantial quantities of capital have started to make a move. What is ahead is not lost on them. Located precisely here. Settlement talks are delicate and confidential, shielded from prying eyes by attorney-client privilege. The following people might not realize this. This means that no one will ever know that a settlement has ever been reached. Settlement rumors involving Ripple and SEC have no basis in reality. Absolutely no one on Twitter is aware of this. Put your faith in my word for it. I don't see why this has come up again. There was no way for the deal to go through. Injustice aside, it seems like there isn't any quick indication of a settlement if we're trying to interpret the clues and make an educated prediction. I can definitely make that happen. I still don't know what's sparking these rumors, to be honest. Mark Fago, a former SEC regional director, is also joining us. While the SEC staff has reached an agreement in principle, he warns that it must be approved by all 5 commissioners before it can be released. So, we will have to wait. The commissioners would reject the settlement even if we had sufficient evidence of its existence. Initially, the matter was shrouded in secrecy, but it was revealed that Gary Gensler was publicly ripping settlements apart. So, I'm going to presume that's the case. Gary Gensler was ultimately to blame. He should have settled this and his other legal matters long ago, but he has instead gotten himself into a jam. Excuse me, Justin. If Bitcoin reaches 50,000, Michael Saylor will say, these ETFs have been absolutely wonderful, and only now are people beginning to understand the sheer enormity of the demand for Bitcoin that they are driving. There is a silver lining to this. If we run into troubles, we should be ready for the likelihood of downward volatility. Another component that, in my view, might foreshadow impending disaster is going to be examined here. Though this may not seem important now, it will play a major role later on. Who cares about the crypto community or anyone who might use this technology? This is just another way big institutions can put money into the crypto market, which will make it more valuable in the end. Numerous rich investors ought not to self-custody. This is a fantastic instrument for its intended use. Even more crucial is self-custody, the ability to operate as one's own bank and engage in transactions without a third party. The point is not that it's a great investment opportunity, that is secondary. Starting with Ethereum, it will expand to every cryptocurrency. We will now go on to other cryptocurrency assets that are considered top tier. At last, we find that some economists believe the government's restrictive policies have gone too far. I know how bad things are. From my vantage point, catastrophe is imminent. Things will fall apart if they go on like this for any longer. Caution is required of them. Don't believe the CNN employment report or the phony news about how great the economy is doing. President Biden has built the best economy ever, as if that weren't absurd. We are not in a perfect environment. The stock market is definitely going up, as I can attest. Time will tell, but I have a feeling something massive will crater. They were slow to respond to inflation and will be even slower to remove their shackles from everyone's necks. It's going to be a bumpy road if they don't watch out. How appropriately will the Federal Reserve respond is the question at hand. I highly doubt it. Since things have gotten out of hand, they frequently undergo changes in direction. Also, the side opposite the pivot could see some volatility. Do you have any opinions? Let me know what you think in the comments section. It goes without saying that a like or a subscription is always welcome. Coming up shortly, farewell.